Yeah, people, Cass, your host, doing the most as always. We're going to be doing an Arsenal stream. Sorry, I was on Monster's stream and it got a bit fiery. It was funny, to be fair. You know, when you're doing the overrated 11s and all that, you know what big six bands can get like. So, but if you're here, obviously make sure you subscribe and whatnot. Monts will also be here in about 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Knowing him, probably be 15 minutes. I can't keep it. His timekeeping's absolutely arse and cheeks, but he will be here. But yeah, man, look, got Dawood on, got a Gal on, got Dale back on from yesterday as well. And what better to talk about a season review with obviously Arsenal season so far. You know, we can talk about all that about the defense, their mentality, the games coming up, the games before, what advantages they have, maybe even about the Champions League, and maybe some criticisms along the way as well, like with the cups, the domestic cups. Like people in the comments, obviously, just get your comments in and whatnot. Make sure you smash the like button, and we'll get straight into that. I'm pretty sure there might be some disagreements, but maybe some agreements. More time than less. But yeah, what are you saying, Agal, man? I feel like he ain't been on forever, but I'm pretty sure he was on sometime last week.
Yeah, I was literally on last week's Wednesday.
When you're fasting, sometimes it feels like a long time.
Bro, it's been 10 days already. Literally only have like 20 more days. Enjoy it. It's the best time of the year. Hope everyone's doing well. It's international break, bro. You know what it is? International break feels like forever. But right now, because there's no international football, it feels even worse. It is what it is.
Nah, it's true, man. I doubt, man. What are you saying? Long time,
I'm good.
Guys, I know. Days, man.
I know I haven't been on
how's the FIFA streams?
I haven't been on Never Far in a minute. Yeah, everything's doing good, man. Just, doing my own thing with work and just, supporting Arsenal as usual, sticking to my club, not being negative. It gets you a long way. When you support your team, it gets you a long way. And yeah, it's been a good journey. Hopefully it's going to be a positive stream. No negativity.
Bro, how do you do FIFA streams and you're not stressed? I can't play FIFA without getting stressed, bro. It pisses me off.
FIFA this year, I don't know you guys in the comments if you guys still play EFC 24. I think this might be one of the worst FIFA games ever. I think they've even dropped the price down to like £10 now.
That's a fact. Is it that bad? That bad?
Like £13 now. If you want to buy it now, £13.
Bro, when I bought it, it was like 25.
Yeah, it's real bad.
Yeah, it's just the mechanics of it is so overwritten over many years. The point is, it is what it is, isn't it? They need to make a.
They just want you to pay for packs.
Yeah. No, that's all it's ever been, man. But on FIFA, let's talk Arsenal. Dale, you're back returning from yesterday. Bit of a different conversation today, though.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
yes, sir. Man. I'm doing good. I'm chilling. Dawood, how you doing? Igal, Month, what's up? Kaz, yeah. Positivity, man. That's all I'm here for. This, like, yeah. Like I said it earlier today. I don't know if Igal heard me when I said it earlier. We were on the stream together, and I said, when you ask your team to win a title, they have to beat the best of the best to win it. And that's where we're at now. We're in the middle of the thick of the forest with the best of the best in the thick of it. And let's see how we go this season. And that's it. That, like, we set that goal for them and they're showing it to us. It was never going to be an easy ride. You're going to have to beat the guys who were there before. So they say to take over a giant's house, you have to capture the giant. So you can't just take over his house. If he shows up, he's going to crush you. So you got to capture him first, time down. And I think Arsenal is capable of doing that this season. So I'm looking at a double. Personally.
Really?
That is a big statement.
I expected a statement to come from someone like maybe yourself, maybe in a gal or whatever. And I know what you do, man. You get the giddy there, but I don't even know you're not like that.
No. Double's a bit crazy because, like, we've never been in this situation. I'm not sure the last time we've been, in a Premier League top of the table in the quarterfinal of the Champions League for a very, very, very long time. And I can't remember a team that hasn't been in the Champions League for 7 years. This is their second season in a row in the Premier League title race to win the double. Liverpool couldn't do it. Prime Liverpool couldn't do it. With Jurgen Klopp win the Premier League and Champions League in one season. Man City's taken Pep Guardiola 8 years to win the Champions League and the Premier League in the same season. So doing it this season, I think, is close to impossible. If
We're
we
not
can win
we're not prime Liverpool and we're not prime Man City. We're Arsenal. We are the Arsenal this season, and we're doing what we need to do, and we're going to do it best. We'll do it our way. Like, this is the thing I don't do. I'm not going to compare this team to any other team. This other teams are great teams. Don't get me wrong. I utmost respect Liverpool, Man City, utmost respect. But we're doing our thing our way. I didn't think we would even be in the title race last season. Let's be honest. I wanted top 4 last season. I did not think we would be. And the fact that we were in the title race and we lost by 5 points, and everybody said it's a flash in the pan, it's just a one-time thing, it's never going to happen again. This was their best chance to win. Next season, Liverpool will be back. Next season, Chelsea will be back. Next season, Man U will be back. And Newcastle is already in the mix. As you all can see, next season, Arsenal is not even going to be top 7.
I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah. So here
I
we are.
remember that when you man said last season when we bottled the league, you man said this was your best opportunity.
It was.
If you don't win it this season, you're never gonna win it because everyone's gonna be back.
Oh no, that's
Yeah.
you know that part I can agree with. But this season was last season was your best opportunity.
I don't think so.
You was 8
Look,
points clear.
No, but here's no.
Points, but they had a game
you
in
see,
hand.
you see, and I don't like this thing that people do.
It
Like
was
last
11
season,
points.
we were 8 points clear, game in hand. When Liverpool was 10 points clear
11
of
points game in hand,
when
by the way.
Liverpool was 10 points clear of Man City, and Man City had a game in hand, 10 points, not 8, and Man City came and beat them that season and won it. Nobody said Liverpool bottled it, but once it's Arsenal, everybody's going to just
Brother,
no. It was
brother.
10. It was 10 points for the game in hand. I can pull up. I'll pull up the screenshot.
I tell you, I
Hold
can't
on.
lie. See, 5 points clear, 93% top of the league. I'm not being funny. If we want to revisit last season, right? 93% of the season, 5 points clear is more than enough to go and win that league. More than enough. And to be fair, I have to pull you up on something. You said something, about the Champions League. This is the Arsenal. When has the Arsenal ever gone and collected anything? You're in Europe before?
No,
really?
that's what. But that's you didn't hear what I said. Though I said this is the Arsenal now. We're doing it our way, and this might be our year to be winning, to be able to win a double. I'm not saying that we've collected it. I'm not claiming anything of the past. I'm not saying that because I'm saying the Arsenal means we've been great in Europe. No, I'm saying right now, right here, we have a chance.
Yeah.
We have a chance to go do what we've not done before.
Yeah,
we actually have a chance.
Maybe, but I don't see you getting past City or Madrid in the Champions League. Like City, I like to think of Champions League form and everything separate to the Premier League.
We already
side of
beat
things.
City twice this season.
No, stop. This is where you have to stop. Champions League, it's evident to see that your performance ain't as great that you've been performing in the league. It goes to show you for Man City when their performance in the league probably hasn't been as great as they have been in Champions League because they wiped man away. It's a different ball game. It's so different. You're telling me you see Arsenal going to the Bernabeu and even keeping a clean sheet. You're getting smoked. I'm sorry, you know it, and we know it. It's just this time around, it's a bit nuts. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, again, like I don't want to police the way you want to feel or how you want to think. I can only express what I feel.
I'm not even thinking about Man City, Real Madrid.
I know that. But if you're going to question the Champions League part of things before we go and dive in the league, let's at least be realistic, more than realistic, if anything, about it. Like, Mons, you should know this.
The reality is we're not favorites over either Real Madrid or Man City.
Well, we're underdogs. We're underdogs.
Yes, yeah, 100% you are.
But you know, when you're an underdog, you know what that means? That means you're not supposed to be there, and it's more dangerous.
No,
Your
you're meant to be,
opponent-
I believe you're meant to be where you are right now, considering your oppo of your group stage in a Porto.
Yeah.
But for Bayern Munich, it's like then we can have another conversation. How do you wipe Bayern Munich? Like, do you absolutely floor them? Do you switch music?
The home game,
like,
you have to take a massive advantage in the home game. Kaz, I don't know if you know, but they don't have no fans coming to England because
I
of
I know that. Yeah, because
so with that, we got to take advantage. We got a home game with a full Emirates Stadium, full everything. I don't know what he's doing.
What?
That's when Liverpool had an 11-point lead.
When was that? Well, no, I mean, what date was that? When was that?
Liverpool
2019.
had an 11-point lead.
2019.
What date was it?
Is this? Let me pull it up again. It's on the Associated Press. 2019. This was November 30th.
Man said November.
You know what's funny with that? It wasn't an 11-point lead because City had also had a game to play to put it back down
Exactly,
to 8 points.
exactly my point.
No,
Now,
no,
Arsenal
but
had a game in hand, but everybody turns
Dale,
around and calls Arsenal bottlers.
Dale, the
When
game
we
in
bring
hand
up
was on the
when we
plate.
bring up
Dale, the game
Liverpool,
in hand
nobody
was on
wants
the
to call
plate.
it Liverpool.
Hold
Nobody
on.
wants to call Liverpool bottlers. When it's Arsenal, everybody's quick to raise their right hand, left
Hold
hand,
on,
left leg,
Dale,
right
Dale,
leg.
Dale,
No,
Dale,
Mike.
They had the game. We just played first that weekend.
My
We just
point
played
is,
first.
but the same thing. We listen. We had an 8-point lead. They had a game in hand, right? Right.
No.
I'm saying
eight-
Arsenal. We had an 8-point lead. They had a game in hand.
It was a 5-point lead.
Yeah, but nobody calls it that. Everybody says 8-point lead. You bottled it, and then when you bring
No.
when you
You
bring up,
couldn't
when you
make
bring
the
up, hold
8
on,
if you
when you
beat
bring
Man
up,
City.
when you bring up 3 seasons ago or 4 seasons ago, when it was another team, they're like, oh, but we had 2 games in hand. They start giving all reasons. Please, let's give the same energy to every team every year.
Wait,
That's
once.
what I'm saying.
Let me land with this one. Dale, as a Liverpool fan, I can actually tell you right now, I got called a bottle job. We got called bottle jobs, but you know what the difference is? We went and won the Champions League. So that's why it feels like we weren't called bottle jobs. We won the champs. So when you win the champs, people seem to forget the bottle job.
I
97 points to forget and winning the champs.
Listen, I've heard that the season before. I mean, like, and here's the thing about it. Like, when people say, "Oh, like, do we stand a chance to win the Premiership?" I'm like, look, I'm not comparing Arsenal, like I said, to any other team, but we've seen teams who have tried to topple Man City in this last 10 years. And Man City has been a juggernaut. Lose it, and then the following season go and win it, like Liverpool, right? We've seen that happen. So it's not impossible for us to have bottled last season to then go on to win it because we've learned.
There's a saying, you have to lose one before you win one. That's typically you have to make mistakes, but you have to make mistakes before you can succeed. That's the way it always goes. But I'm trying to say this: when the article was made, the 11 point, was that in November during the league?
Yeah,
like in November. November. How can you call it bottle from 11 points in November? It's in November.
because by March they were still about 8 points ahead. They were still about 8 points ahead in March with the game in hand.
I remember my one. I remember Yelovich scoring that 4-4, and he absolutely killed us at Old Trafford, and we bottled like a big lead as well back in 2011-12, I think it was, when we lost on goal difference that lead. And
what about Newcastle? What was that? 11 points also.
Yeah, it's a big lead there. Yeah, I think it might have been 12 to be fair.
Listen, the thing is, last year people overdid it. People overdid the Arsenal bottle jobs, biggest bottle jobs Premier League history. Overdone. Really and truly, if you analyze it, yeah, we messed up at the end. These things happen. But when it comes to Newcastle, Newcastle, Manchester United, Manchester City, you also go to Liverpool, Manchester City. There's been situations in the past where people have done it, and they've done it just as bad or even worse. But the other thing is, you cannot say, "Oh, you bottled it last year," and then say you have no experience in it in a title race. Because now we have the experience in the title race. We've been in a title race. We know what it's like. We know what kind of changes you need late in the season. We know what games you need to rest your players, times you need to rotate. And at this point, as you titled it, it's all about the mentality we have going into every game.
Exactly. Yeah. Let's flip the switch a little bit. There's 220 views in there. Please smash the like button. There's only 46 likes. That's disgusting. Like, what are you doing? Like people, honestly, like, you've got accounts and you're not liking a video. If you don't like it, it's calm in it. But if you do and you've been there, and I know a lot of your supporters, come on, man, it takes you like not even 2 seconds, whether you're on your phones or PCs or tablets. And it goes a long way for the algorithm. So I appreciate everyone that has done that at this moment of time. But yeah, like, we can flip it. We talked about last season. That's cool. Now we can flip it onto this season. You're top of the league by goal difference. You know, Monster thinks that the league he's been asking the question, is the league in your hands due to you being top of the league? And has there been a bit of a mentality switch for Arsenal Football Club, or is it too soon?
I don't think the league's in our hands. I think
you might make me fucking sick.
I think we are still the underdogs. I think we're still third favorites to win the league when it comes to squad wise, when it comes to managerial wise, because Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp are ahead of Arteta when it comes to experience of winning the Premier League and experiences in European competitions. So we are third favorites. We are underdogs. People wrote us off. People said that after last season we were going to fall off. It was our best season. We've kept that same mentality of going again. We've improved on our squad, and we're in the conversation. We're in the conversation to win the Premier League. And Arsenal fans right now are happy where we are. I think the progression, not winning it, is not going to be over. I think that mentality of you have to win it now or it's all over mentality. I've never understood that mentality from rival fans, from fans all over the Premier League, where they think if you don't win it now, you'll never win it. But if you see a progression from your team every season by season, you will eventually win the Premier League. Arteta will eventually win the Premier League. If it's not this season, it's going to be next season. So I'd rather see my team progress than have a manager come in just for a season or two, win the league, and then go away, and then we have to rebuild again. I think we are building a squad that's going to be a challenge for the Premier League for the next 5 years. We can all agree on that. This Arsenal team will go a long way. This Arsenal team will stay here and stay in the title race for the next 5 seasons. So, yeah, we've got the experience from last season of not winning it. We're in the Champions League for the first time. Some of these players against Porto, it was the first time ever they've ever played in a Champions League quarterfinal. So even there was a player that went to the game, Phil Foden. Phil Foden went to the Arsenal Porto game. And then there was this guy that spoke to him. And then he said to Phil Foden, what do you think is happening? How come Saliba's not playing well? How come he said that I know why they're not playing well, because they're nervous. When Phil Foden first played in the Champions League for the first time, he was nervous. He wasn't playing. So he said that the reason why Arsenal not blitzing Porto out of the way, because these players have never played in the quarterfinal of the Champions League. That's why you saw us take it all the way to penalty shootout to win a game that we should have won in the first leg, in the second leg. We should have won it before extra time. And when Deo says that, we're going to go for the double, I'm not sure, because if we get into a Champions League semi-final against the Real Madrid, who have been in the Champions League semi-final every single year, they know what it takes. They know that if you have one bad game, they can recover the second game. If we lose that, because we're playing at home against Real Madrid or Man City, if we beat Bayern Munich, and we lose the first leg, do you think these players have got that mentality to think we're going to go second leg? We're going to go Santiago Bernabeu and beat Real Madrid. We've never done it.
Yeah, we've never done it, but I'm saying we can go for a double. Like, what are we doing if we're in the race and we don't go for it? My point is, why can't listen?
We will go for it.
Yeah, listen.
We will go for
that's what I'm saying. So for me, I am saying, like,
you think we'll win both?
I think we have we stand the chance to be able to win both. We're in the conversation.
But do you think we can win both of them at the same time?
I think we can win both of them at the same time. It is not impossible. People are winning trebles. Other teams are doing it. Fine, they've had more experience, but it's not impossible. My point is,
but this is my first time.
I think you have beat them. Didn't Henry score that goal back in 2000?
Yeah, but some of these players weren't even.
You said you never done it before, but I'm just saying
we've done a double. We've done a double.
Final, yeah.
I know. Yeah, we've done a double. We've been to a final. But what I'm saying is, there's a difference right now. We have a team that has come a long way from the last 4 years, right? 8th position, 5th position. We bottled to Tottenham. We lost out on that Champions League spot. Everybody said Arteta, if he doesn't get top 4 last season, Arteta out. We were in the title race all of a sudden. What is going on here, Arteta? And then he comes second. Okay, so we've seen the growth. We've seen the mentality in the boys. They bottled it last year to Man City. Man City is a juggernaut. Let's call a spade and not a garden utensil. Man City is a juggernaut. They're massive. They're hard to beat. I get it. Everybody said, "Oh, you've not been Man City in how many years?" Come this season, Community Shield, maybe not their full team, maybe not our full team. We beat them. Come to Emirates, we beat them. We're going to go to Etihad. Things that people said we will not be able to do. We've seen the change in the mentality again this season. Liverpool, you can't beat Liverpool when they come here. We played, man, at the Anfield, draw at Anfield. Man, that is huge. Like, that is huge. Getting a draw at Anfield. This Arsenal team, bruh, at Anfield, like, even on a bad day at Anfield, we've seen what Liverpool have done to teams on a bad day. So my point is, I've seen these.
We got a draw at Anfield this year too.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm saying, like, you guys are rivals, though. Yeah, like, you guys have that, So it means a lot. Even though you look at this, as bad as Man U was playing, they still got a draw because that rivalry is there. You know how this can be. So the difference is, I like where my team is at. I like the position that we're in. We are actually the third favorites to win the league. But if you look at it,
I disagree, bro.
No. Hold on. Let me finish. Igal, let me finish. No, let me finish. Let me finish what I'm saying. Like, I'm not. Hear me out. If we look at coaches, we're third favorites in the coaching lineup, right? Like Klopp, Pep, Klopp, however you want to put them, and then Arteta. So those two are in one. They're in one tier. Arteta.
Then what about Liverpool's injuries?
Hold on. I'm getting to everything now. Liverpool team. Man City team, the depth in their squad. Liverpool don't have that much depth, but somehow, some way, they figure a way out to win. With their kids, they're doing whatever miracles they're able to do. This loss to Manchester United in the FA Cup, if I'm not mistaken, is like it came as a shock as well because they led a couple of times and Man U played very well to come back and win. It's not like they were terrible, you know. So my thing is, if you look at the experience that they have, the other things that they're looking at, the drive for them, they want to win something for club. City want to go for a second treble. You know, everybody has something that is driving them. What's driving us is this is going to be our first one, and Arteta wants it as well. And you can see it in the boys. They've learned from last season. They don't want that feeling anymore. So every game we've gone into now, we're going into it game by game. We're doing the best that we can, figuring out a way to win. If we have to play penalties in the knockout competitions to win, to get to the final, I don't mind because penalties are part of the game. If you can't beat a Real Madrid in 90 minutes or in 120 minutes, don't let them beat you too. If you feel like you're confident enough to go into penalties with them, then do whatever it takes to win. That's the bottom line for me when it comes to the Champions League. But in the Premiership, you know, we take it one game at a time. Look, we're talking about giants here. You've all admitted it. So we can't be favorites. We can only do what we can do best. But I do feel like we have a chance. If we're in it, then let's go for both of it. We're not going to say, oh, let's rest players for one, hopefully put all our eggs in one basket. Let's just go for it. Just go. I mean, you're there, go for it.
No, I hear you, and I don't think anyone's saying we shouldn't go for it. We obviously should go for it, and I believe we can compete. But I don't know if we're going to be able to pull off both. I think that's a hard feat. I think first, just get that first trophy under your belt before you start talking about going on and pushing on to win the league, pushing on to go win the Champions League. You know what I mean? Champions League is going to be very difficult. We have a better chance of winning the Premier League. And as for being second favorites, third favorites, bro, we're top of the table right now. Goal difference, I know that. We're tied with Liverpool. But if we beat City, everyone's gonna say it's in Arsenal's hands to go on to win the league.
So what do you think we should do in Champions League at that point?
If we even draw against City, we still have a good chance of winning the league. It's just this whole situation where it's like.
So if we beat City, they'll say go on and win the league. And then if, let's say by some miracle in an alternative universe, we beat Bayern, what would they say then? Because my point is, like at the end of the day, right, we're in it. We might as well go for both. I don't see any reason why we shouldn't go for it. You know,
let's put in some key factors in a sec. BIG says LSU have conceded only 2 more goals than Arsenal's impenetrable defense. No Alisson for 2 months. No Rice or Rodri. What? Just making an observation. Okay, I'll make an observation for you then, and once can agree on it or disagree on it. The difference is Arsenal leak less chances than what Liverpool do. Liverpool concede a lot more chances than Arsenal.
However, there's also a way to, like, there's not only one way to defend, just like there isn't one way only to play football. Yes, Arsenal defend in a way where they concede less chances, but they let the ball do the work. But Liverpool also played a robust way where we have players good enough to do it one-on-one situations in goal and at centre-back. So if one way isn't to be looked down more than the other. There's preferences, and I understand that. But yeah, that's my opinion on that.
What about your attack? You're one of the most direct teams, meaning like you guys run a lot and you.
Yeah, no, 100%. Listen, my thing is that I think Dale and Dawood are doing this pity party thing. When Liverpool are top of the league, it's in our hands. It's in our hands. Like it's Liverpool's. It's in our hands, and it's our thing to lose. Now
the trophy is in Man City's hand. No, the trophy is still in Man City's hand. They are the current champions.
Hey, brother, let me land. Now that you guys are top of the league, because one thing I'm not gonna let land is. We can't sit here and go. You guys can't sit here and say, we're top of the league, even though it's goal difference to top of the league, like what Green League did, and then at the same time say it's not in your hands. Currently, it's in your hands. It swings and roundabouts, so it can easily be in our hands next week. It's as simple as that.
Who's the current champion right now?
Manchester City.
So it's in Manchester City's hands. We want to collect it from them. It's not in our hands yet. Yeah, it's in their hands.
So why was
it's theirs to lose. It's Man City's to lose. It's Man City's to lose to us. It's Man City's to lose to us. That's what it is right now. It's not in our hands. We're not the champions. We're not the champions though.
All you need to do is win the rest of your games. You're 7 points ahead on goal.
And that's months. That's what I'm saying though. You're saying it's in our hands to lose, as though we already have the trophy, and if we lose any game, then we're out of it. No, we don't have it yet. The people who have the trophy is Man City, and they're in the conversation, 1 point behind. Liverpool is in the conversation, same points with us. We're talking about a very tight race where we're saying, okay, cool. It's anybody's race at this point. But to say it's anybody's race. To say it's in our hands.
It's anyone's race. No.
That's what we should say.
Anybody's race, but
it's anybody's race.
But in the context of it's in whose hands it's in Arsenal's hands. I feel like you guys are avoiding pressure. Like you can't have the best form right now, the best defense, the best attack, and all these things, the best momentum, and then go, it's not in our hands. Still be top as well, by the way, on top of all of this, and somehow say it's
but they could win all their games and you can still go above them
because we're going for it. It's because we're going for it. We have the best momentum.
It's up to Arsenal, but I'm saying if Arsenal do what they're supposed to do and win convincingly, it's in. There's nothing.
Why is it that based on every bookie, every pundit, every calculation in the world? Arsenal have the hold on.
But you're getting it wrong. I didn't say your favorites.
So how can it be? Hold on. So how can it be in
your hands?
So hold on. We can't be favorite. Hold on. How can it be in our hands if we're not favorites? How can it be in my hands if I'm not the favorite to win it? You can't say I'm not favorites and then say it's in my hand. If I'm not the favorite, stop. No, let's not do semantics. If I'm not the favorite, then it cannot be in my hands. It means that I'm fighting to get there. I'm not the favorite, though. You just said that.
No. You lot don't. No. You lot don't want to be the favorites because
the bookies don't put us as the favorite. The bookies don't. The bookies don't put us as favorites. Pundits don't put us as favorites. Nobody puts us as favorites.
Stats don't put us as favorites.
No stats put us. No stats put us as favorites. No stats.
Then when can you be favorites? Then
when we win it. When we win it.
The most points.
Mons, stop it. When we win it, and I said when we win it, then we are now favorites again next season. Then
1 second, Mons, are you favorites over City?
Right now, yes.
Yeah.
Right now, yes, we are. Right now, yes, we are.
I did not expect you to actually man up and say that. Personally, bro, I don't give a shit who's favorites. The team that wins it, that's all that matters. Right now, we need to just go game by game. Call me Michael Owen. Call me whatever you want.
Yeah, it's crazy what Michael Owen even said.
That's the reality.
It's crazy what Michael Owen said.
Kind of crazy what you said there, to be fair. Because if we're going back to the Champions League thing, because your fixture run in April, including buying in between those games, whether it's Tottenham, Bournemouth, it's a madness. You're not gonna you can. I think you're in.
Have you looked at everybody else's fixtures?
I can't lie. I think you're in la la land to think that you're going to play all your strongest team, bar maybe a player or two, and I think you're going to go through to the semi.
One second, guys.
I am not here.
One second, guys.
So
Kaz mentioned our fixtures. One second, Deo. Kaz mentioned our fixtures. Yes, we have Man City, we have Luton, we have Brighton, but don't forget, Man City have Arsenal, Brighton, Aston Villa, Crystal Palace. That's not easy either.
The thing is, Man City's been there, done that, and they've proven that they can be there.
Brighton away is a tough game for anybody. Aston Villa have beaten them this season, and Crystal Palace is their bogey team. Arsenal beat them earlier this season.
Crazy.
Stop. Brighton has been crap this season, whether it's been home or away. It doesn't matter. They've been garbage.
You want to know something? The underlying numbers tell you they're still statistically one of the toughest away games in the Premier League.
That's great statistically, but I don't do statistics.
Statistically, it's in your hands. Statistically, it's in your hands.
Technically, it's not.
Let me finish.
Hold on. So, Kaz, you said in April we have. You said in April.
Yeah, but all these tough games. Yeah, the thing is, I haven't seen Arsenal yet. Yeah, other than Porto. You got to go Tottenham away, and not Man City, by the way. I know you got to play Chelsea still. You got to play whatever other teams there may be. Your April is a. I want you to win, by the way. So don't go on like I don't want you to win.
No, I'm hearing you.
And you got to go to Bayern, and you got to play Bayern again, and then you got a couple extra before you even have to go Old Trafford. The way I look at it, it doesn't seem realistic to have your 11 to be conditioned out there to go there and go through to a semi-final, let alone a Real Madrid again. And City have been there and they've done it numerous times. Last season, they proved it. They've been in semi-finals of how many Champions Leagues now? So the way I'm looking at it is, I call your Deo, I call your optimism. I call it the Tottenham fan. Do you know their slogan, Dare to Dream? That's the mission you're in right now.
What would you say? So hold on. Sorry, I'm sorry, Igal, hold on. So what would you say? Hold on. No. Igal, let me address this, Igal. So what would you suggest? What is your suggestion that we do? Are you saying, right? Are you saying since we're in the position to go for both?
I didn't say to roll over, by the way.
No, exactly. So my point is, the option is not to roll over. The option is to give our best in both of them. That's
No,
all I'm
no,
saying. That's number one. Number
hear it.
two, hold on. Number two, let me address what the favorite issue. I want to address what the favorite is. The reason Man City is called the favorite is because they've won it before. They would not be called favorites if they had never won it before. You have to understand that you have to win it to become the favorites. Yeah, no, I'm saying, but you have to win them. Yeah, don't do that.
Well, Man City the favorites last season for the Champions League, even though they've never won the Champions League.
They won two semi-finals back to back though. They made it to semi-finals.
No, but they didn't win the Champions League last season. Everyone knew Man City were going to win the Champions League last season because of their squad and because of how good they were. Even though they haven't won it, and everyone knew they haven't won the Champions League, they were still favored because they were shoulders above every single team, head and shoulders above every single team. What we're saying, what me and Nick are trying to say now is, how can you fit that many fixtures into a team where we've never, ever gone for the Champions League and Premier League in the last, 20 years? In the last 20 years, we haven't competed for the Champions League in the same season.
That's
and
true.
If you look at the April fixtures, I know you're saying that, we can, play our first team. We can't. If you look at Arsenal, when Odegaard doesn't play, we struggle. If one of the centre-backs get injured, we struggle. If Saka doesn't play, we struggle. Martinelli didn't play against Porto, and we struggled because Trossard, sometimes he lacks that pace, that we haven't got that quick transition without Martinelli and Saka. Where we are 2 injuries away from everything collapsing. If we lose Saka and Saliba,
or even a substitution, though, to be fair, just a sub itself in substitution.
We've got good players that can come off the bench that in the last 20-30 minutes. But we haven't got the squad yet where we can rest Saka for a game. After Bayern Munich, we've got Villa at home. We've got Villa at home. You can rest Saka and Saliba and Odegaard against Villa at home. We can't.
Bro, Luton Town, we can make rotation. Okay,
let's not do that now.
Let me hear me out. The games that we can make rotation, we're at home versus Luton Town, we should be able to make rotation there. At home versus Bournemouth, we should be able to make rotation there.
You gotta wait to do that.
Aston Villa is going to be tough. Wolves is going to be tough. But this little time period between now and when we play Bayern Munich, the only game where we can see some sort of rotation is probably the Luton game. But you want to know something? We have such a good squad depth that Thomas Partey, we have Tomiyasu, we have Timber, all these guys coming back. Our strength in depth. We could actually see our best strength in depth in years come the business end of this season.
Yeah, we've got strength in depth defensively, but I'm talking about in the final third. We haven't got strength in depth. We can't.
Okay, so
you can play Trossard, you can play Kai Havertz, you can play Jorginho.
This isn't. Remember, just for your context, you're talking about Champions League with the league, not just the league solely. He's not talking about the league just solely. He's talking about including the Champions League with this. Context.
No, I hear him. Listen, beating Real Madrid or Man City in 2 legs in the Champions League is going to be difficult.
No, but he's just talking about that situation, not City.
Beating Man City or Real Madrid is going to be difficult. But first, we need to get through Bayern. We cannot continuously look past teams.
Yeah, but you're doing that right now.
Madrid?
You did that
Why
right
are
now.
we talking about Real Madrid?
Let's
have Man City away this upcoming weekend. Fuck everything else. Win that game first.
But that's what you was doing. You were saying we can rest players for Luton. We can't. If we drop points against Luton and if we lose or draw against Luton, that's the league done.
Bro,
we cannot take any risk
about
against
Luton,
any
actually.
team. Anything can happen.
My bad for even going that far ahead. Forget about Luton. Our next game is against Man City. After Man City, we can talk about Luton. Right now, we got to focus on Man City.
No, but
we win the game against Man City at the Etihad. Not only do we break the hoodoo of winning away against Man City, we've won 2 games against a title rival. No team that wins 2 games against a title rival ends up going on to lose the league.
I think you missed one. One thing though. You know what, David? After this year, if you don't mind, there's one thing that's definitely not changing in all these games you starting. Saka is nailed down on the place. Odegaard is not getting rotated. Declan Rice is not getting rotated. Jorginho right now, I don't really know, but I don't really see him getting rotated either at this point. Maybe
Jorginho definitely gets rotated.
Maybe, but you're on such a good run. He doesn't even need to run at this point. I don't even see him busting a sweat. Saliba, Gabriel, Raya are not getting changed either. And to be fair, I don't think Ben White's getting changed either.
No.
So there's no
No,
down.
Ben White can get changed.
When it comes to all these games that congested, when I'm talking, not saying towards the league, I'm talking about if you add the Champions League with it. I'm sorry, but these players need. There's no evidence that we know that they can
Guys,
go.
you know how we rotate?
For so long. Yeah, I know. You usually smash a team 5-0 and then you go rotate. I know
There shouldn't be no fatigue. There shouldn't be in April. They should all these players. If we don't rotate in April, there should be no fatigue with these players because we've had a 12 or whatever it was 15-day rest between our last game and Man City. So these players that haven't traveled, like a Ben White, like Tomiyasu, like Timber, like Partey, like Jorginho if he's not playing for Italy anymore, like Gabriel Jesus, like Gabriel Magalhaes. There's so many players that have 12 days rest. Where now when we go into the Man City game on the 31st of March till April, there shouldn't be no fatigue. Because
but that's what I'm saying, Daud. Remember this time last season, right? We were losing players this time last season. Thomas Partey was out of form. Saliba got injured. It was right around the time we played Porto, that we played Sporting.
I don't think we had a break.
What I'm saying, I know. Just hear me out. I'm not talking about a break here. I'm saying we had injured players, key players that were, holding us up. Thomas Partey wasn't playing; he was out of form. He got injured as well. Saliba was out. Like people were getting injured, and fatigue kicked in. There was no break. So fatigue kicked in. There was no break. Bukayo Saka looked tired. We were playing lethargically. You could tell. So this season, I'm saying we've had a break. They've been able to rest, and we have players coming back. We have more depth than we did last season.
Defensively, yes.
Defensively, and remember we have the best defense right now and the best offense. We're the joint second highest scoring team across all 5 teams in Europe after Inter Milan. Like we're joint with Bayern.
Are you not worried about?
No.
Are you not worried about?
So here's what I'm saying. I'm worried about a lot of stuff. Don't get me wrong. I'm saying, but the scenario is different from last season, which means Arteta has a little bit more tools to play, which is if you score 2 goals and you want to show up the defense, we have solid defenders that you can bring in to play some defensive midfield. You know what I'm saying? Keep 2-3 people up front. If they get another counter, great. You can play a different style with teams. If we go to Luton, for example, it's not easy to play at Luton, but if we get there and we score 2-3 goals at the beginning of the first half, second half, you can shore it up with one more if you can, or if you're not, play some defenders. Let people rest, rotate. People management, in-game management. So I'm saying the fact that we have more people and more players available this time around than last season, there should be some sense of, okay, what can Arteta do with them? Of course, I'm afraid of the big teams. Of course, we know that they're difficult to play, but we have other tools. Last season, we had nobody. We played Rob Holding against Man City. It was Rob Holding in defense. Rob Holding is not even playing in Crystal Palace right now. So my point is, like, if you understand that there's a difference, we saw Timber play. I'm not saying he's the best guy, but we saw what he could do. We've seen Tomiyasu pocket Mo Salah this season once, right? We've seen some of our defenders do some really good stuff. We have Ben White inverting now. Thomas Partey is back. If Jorginho is tired, we can swap Thomas Partey in. If Thomas is not playing very well, we can drop Declan.
That's wishful thinking right now with Thomas Partey. We don't really know.
No. I'm saying that's why I said if he's not playing well. You heard what I said. If he's not playing well, we can bring it.
If he comes back, I'm not gonna lie. If he comes back, and Timber is to be the player that we kind of expect in a way, I would put you on another little level. Just that little bar. My bar for you guys. I think you're winning the league personally. I think you smash everyone in the league, innit? I'm not even joking.
All I'm saying is we have
options are serious. That's that month's looking at Thiago coming back, which is never gonna happen. But I mean, my thing is, like, I think Thomas can hold a 30-minute game as soon as he comes back, at least, or 20, 25, 30 minutes, and build up that momentum because we have a lot of games coming. So at the end of the day,
let me ask you a question. Could you see a situation if Arsenal beat City, and Liverpool falling off, that the league could be wrapped up early?
If Arsenal beat City and Liverpool fall off, there's something about this Liverpool
team out of
the
realm of possibility, because everyone keeps
it's not out of anything is possible. Anything is possible. And the reason I say that is Arteta got a tune out of Kai Havertz. I didn't want Kai Havertz, and he's got a tune out of that guy. Anything is possible in this life. I finally believe that. The fact that Kai has put up the numbers that Granit Xhaka put up, which was one of my big worry, like when we had last season, what nobody's going to put up those numbers, and he's put it up already. So anything is possible.
Listen,
Dawood,
don't say nobody wanted him. Dawood said 65 million. That's peanuts. He was right. He's showing up. He's showing up right now.
Yeah, because he scored a couple of big game winners for us. He's won us about 3 games. That's 9 points.
Big game player.
Yeah, he's won us about 9 points. Those 9 points make a big difference
in the current market right now. 65 million pound gets you a second choice striker in the current market. If you want a first choice striker in the current market right now, you have to spend over 100 million minimum. Over 100 million. We're linked with that Sporting Lisbon striker, and they want 85 million pounds for him. So that's the going rate nowadays for strikers. And how many Premier League teams want a striker nowadays? Chelsea are looking for a striker. Arsenal looking for a striker in the summer. Spurs are going to be looking for a striker. The striker market now is probably at its worst as ever been.
Man United and Liverpool just paid a lot of money on Højlund and Darwin Núñez.
And they were raw strikers.
We're not happy with those.
To be fair, they're investments as well.
Yeah, they're investments as well. You have to look at it that way.
So it depends what you're going to go with. Are you going to go with an investment, or do you need something?
Or do you want something finished, ready made?
Well, I just want to say,
my question to you guys is: City. When are we going to stop looking at City as the City that won the treble?
Never.
Because this is not the same City.
That's one thing we're not going to do is say that, because have you not ever known City when they come back from a break? Have you not seen it? Like, Agal, have we not learned anything? Look, I agree. Look, I think City have lost an element when it comes to Gundogan, and I do think they're that maybe that little bit weaker than they were. But it's so boring saying City they're not going to go when they're going to have a different conversation, because at the end of the day, they got that bald man who's got veins on the top of his head, and there's also got a bunch of different players that are world beaters still, and they got Haaland. When they come back from a break, they're machines. This is the only issue. If you could break,
have you seen Arsenal?
Did you hear what I just said? No, what? Can I say one thing?
When they come back from a break, go look at the record of City when they come back from breaks. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. I do believe you can go and get results still. I'm not even underrating you, because I saw you come back from Dubai. I'm not writing this Arsenal side against this City side, but there's no way in this God's green earth, that you should be underrating Manchester City.
I'm not underrating them.
No, nobody's
I'm not underrating them. I'm just saying they're vulnerable. They have.
The thing you're doing is can I just say one thing? I'll just say one thing, guys. Man City and Liverpool, they know how to win games. They know how to win trophies without not playing well. We saw Arsenal against Porto at home, where we've seen the first time where the players are not playing well. Saka hasn't been playing well. So that's something we need to speak about. Saka has been underperforming for Arsenal for the past couple of weeks. He hasn't been playing well. Kai Havertz, Odegaard, and Declan Rice are the ones, and Jorginho, the ones that have actually been carrying Arsenal when it comes to in the final third. So we haven't seen this Arsenal team where when we don't play well, how can they win? We struggled against Porto first leg and second leg, and we only won through penalty shootouts, where it's a 50-50 chance of winning. So Man City and Liverpool, they know they have the know-how of winning games when they don't really kind of deserve to win it. And they make their own chance. You make your own luck. So we need to see Arsenal now in the crunch part, the last 10 games. No one cares about performance in the last 10 games. No one really cares. When you're in the final, in the semi-final Champions League, in the last 10 games of the Premier League, no one cares about performances. Everyone only cares about results. So I want to see this Arsenal team get results without performing.
One second. I need to point something out. Saka, in our last 7 or 8 games in the Premier League, Fulham, goal. Crystal Palace, assist. Nottingham Forest, goal. Liverpool, goal. West Ham, 2 goals. Burnley, 2 goals off after 69 minutes. Newcastle, goal. Sheffield United, 2 assists, and he also had an own goal that he basically created. So I don't know if you can say Saka has not been that good when the guy is literally getting either a goal or an assist.
At this stage of the season, right? Like I normally tell people, I just really don't care if you want to dribble 10 people and put it in with your eyeball or your fingertip or your elbow. Just put the ball in the back of the net, win the game, and let's go get what we need to get.
What happens?
Hold on. Listen, against Porto, first time in 14 years in the quarterfinal against the team that has won that has won the UCL twice already, and that same team, Porto, has been in the UCL the last 6 years. They've been playing the last 6 years, so that team knows how to play. So they came to play, and guess what Arsenal did? the only team in the UCL that has not conceded a goal at home. We're the only ones. Everybody else that has played in UCL, yes. So when we look at Arsenal, a team that
The
has
best
not been there
defensive
for
record, most
a
clean
team
sheets.
that has not been there in 14 years, kept the best clean sheet at their home. We scored one at the Emirates. They scored one at their stadium. Good stuff. Is 1-1, and penalties are part of the game. And if you look at the way Arsenal played their penalties, it was emphatic. David Raya did what he did. Fingers crossed. Thank God it fell for him. But the boys played their penalties emphatically. Like,
that's a cute record this season.
You know,
last time City lost at home.
That's what I'm saying. It's tough. It's going to be a tough game against City. It's going to be a really tough game.
Go look what they do to teams in semi-finals, and go look at quarterfinals, especially quarterfinals, and even their home records when it comes to semi-finals, bro. It's nice that I gotta say it's tough, but you know there were gaps. Like Paul had a bit more of a clinical finish and stopped playing like dickheads. Like when part of the bus, which I think they shouldn't have, because I thought at that time you looked a little bit vulnerable. At the same time, if you got over performance overall, it could have went either way at the same time. That's what I'm saying. You get a bit better quality of oppo. Let's say that was an Atletico Madrid doing what they did on the break. I would think you lot would resist to say that you might have probably been knocked out at that point, right? If it was 1-0 to Atletico. But you never know. It's obviously a knockout competition. You never know, innit? It's always that's the whole point of football. But for me, there's no, I don't know about you, Mons, but there's no real logic to really push or have hope that Arsenal's going to go through. The best part is to not expect anything. And then when it gets there, I suppose, if it gets there. Let me do a couple of these super chats quick as well after you answer that, because you're the best person to ask this. Amar, AFC won't hack 7 games in 20 days, not a chance. Well, maybe we'll see when we'll see. King Winter Soldier, big up yourself. Paul for the league. Well, at least someone says it, you know. JM, unlike JM only added Havertz. Dowd is right. Up front is Finn. And then Amar says again, City's unbeaten at home in 18 months. Rodri 62 games, and that's in the Premier League, I believe. That's mad. It is a mad record, though, isn't it? Even for Rodri, but records get broken.
Always gonna ask you if I have to do a Panama Billion Megan.
No, I mean, like you should just go. They should just go into this. Like, obviously, Dave's got his expectations and hopes and stuff like that. Never say never. Then obviously, you got the Dowd approach. Is like you got no basis to go off of it. And then you got the Gal saying we should focus on one trophy. Which one would you go with?
I didn't say we should focus on one trophy. I'm just saying focus on the next game.
No, did you not just say earlier that you said let's focus on getting this trophy over the line? Was that not you?
I don't think.
No, I said focus on the next game instead of jumping ahead, because we've made that mistake before where we focused our attention on things that we couldn't control and we ended up losing everything.
Listen, I don't think any of you feel categorically wrong with what you're saying. I think there's truth to every part. However, what is confusing to me is that if any other fan base or team had the most goals, least conceded, the best defense, yada yada yada, all of this stuff, they'd at least fancy themselves more than what we're saying. And I understand there's PTSD from last season where you were more points ahead, you were top for longer, there was one team less in the title race, so things are more in your hands and you still didn't win. So I understand that. But sometimes at least rise to some points of expectation. So now what I'm saying to you is I'm not saying to you, oh, you guys should categorically say Arsenal are winning the league. That's not what I'm asking you to say. Because as a Liverpool fan, how many times have I been ahead of Manchester City and I haven't won the league? Otherwise, I'd be sitting here with 4 Prems, right? So what I'm saying is that there's the line between that part and there's the bit where you guys are at, where it's we just need to.
We're in the title race. We are in the title race. We can say that, but we're not going to say we're going to win. We're in the title race.
I just said that. I haven't asked you guys to say that you're going to win it.
I know. But we said we're in the title race. What do you want us to say?
When I've sat here and I'm hearing all of this, it just seems to me like any sort of pressure needs to be directed away from Arsenal Football Club. That's what it seems like to me as a rival fan.
That's how you're understanding it, because you just described it yourself. Last season it was a 2-horse race. This is the first time it's a 3-horse race. In fact, in the last 30 years of since the 1960s, this is the second time in the history of the Premiership.
Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, no?
This is the second time in a very long time that there's a 3-horse race. So it's a different dynamic. That's number one.
Wait. It's only March, you know. The 3-horse race in March, bro. I remember a few back in the day.
I know what I'm saying is in the long. It's been a
Bro,
while.
why am I
I
talking
said
about
did you-
common
if
sense?
you-
I just
Kaz,
broke
Kaz,
it
You
down.
said second time in history. In
I said
no?
I thought the second time in a long time in the Premiership that this is a 3-horse race. The second time
yeah,
in a long
alright.
time, right?
Sometimes
That
I forget where the time goes. To be
Yeah,
fair,
Yeah, like, but again, it's not. Again, I
So
haven't
my-
asked for any. I haven't asked for
it's
any
a
prediction.
different.
Hold on.
No, it's not
Yeah,
prediction. It's just a different dynamic. Is all I'm saying. So because it's a different
because-
dynamic,
did I do that?
you can't sit there.
Did you want to
Oh,
ask?
sorry. Go on,
Comment.
No, I said yeah. It's a different dynamic right now. It's a 3-horse race. We are in the title race. I can say that boldly. But anybody who makes a mistake from here going forward will drop out of that race. Any team that makes a stupid mistake, any one of us can win it. That's number one.
We all know
Number
it's
two,
fine margins.
exactly.
We know
So,
it's fine
yeah.
margins.
So-
Like, I know
so-
your overall point is that it's fine margins, right? It is fine margins. As I said, I told you it swings and start to assume. I said it swings and roundabouts. You guys could draw with City. I could beat Brighton, and then I'm the favourites again. You know what I'm saying? Or Arsenal could beat City. We could draw to Brighton. City have just been beaten. Liverpool have dropped points. Now Arsenal will continue to be the favourites, and now even more in favour of the league's even more in your
Even
favour.
if we beat Man City, we're still not favorites. We're still not favorites.
You lot love.
I'm being serious.
Say
Bro,
again?
you know
where
what?
is
You
he
know what?
going? Where is he going?
Say that again.
Listen, the reality of the situation is we
We're not
will never
favourites.
be
I think
considered
being Man City,
favorites
we're
by
not
the
favourites.
bookies. We will never be considered favorites by the bookies until it's the final game of the season and it's mathematically impossible for anyone else
We
to
are
beat us.
underdogs. We are underdogs until the Premier League trophy. Until Odegaard is lifting up Premier League trophy on the final day of
No,
the
but
season.
he's spitting facts.
We're not
Kaz,
underdogs.
there's no way people can sit here and tell me treble winning City are going to be out of this title race.
No, they're not going to be.
Even if there's a 6-point
gonna come
swing, people are going to say they're going to be able to make it.
Yeah,
Arsenal and
yeah.
Liverpool, their margin for error is small. City's margin for error is City's margin for error. They could make errors and people still believe they're going to win it.
Yeah, no, there's obviously difference because you have to be there and do it. Obviously,
Plus, you guys know we've got the
I
harder
think-
pictures out of the two teams.
I mean, you have to play
Listen,
who
I don't care what anybody says to me.
You have to play who's in front of you. So
I
here's
don't care
the
what
thing about
anybody says to me. I don't care who the favorite is. The reality situation is if we beat City, I expect Arsenal to get the job done. I don't care about favorites. If we beat City, I expect Arsenal to get the job done. There's no way
You beat
we are
City,
going to
you-
Etihad
if you're
beating
beat,
Manchester City and from there slipping up. That's not
I can't-
happening.
You know,
No,
you
no,
know
but
Liverpool's still in time with Igal.
Igal, this is what I'm saying to you. Like
Liverpool.
mathematically, right? See, here's the thing. Mathematically, any one of these three teams can win because it's a 3-horse race. It's not a race.
100%.
Hold on, it's not a race where it's like, oh, there's a 4-point gap between first and second, and then 4 or 5 between second and third. Where it's like they need a game to catch up and a draw or whatever. This is 1 point between 3 teams that are very, very good.
But bro, let's not
No,
act
hold on,
like.
hear me out.
Let's
Hear
not
me out.
act
No,
like
no,
we-
no, no. I'm not.
Are you scared of Liverpool?
But no, it's not about being scared.
Yes.
It's not
Yes.
about being scared. Listen, Arsenal can respect the team without being scared of them. We can respect the fact that you're a good team, but we don't have to be scared of you. There's a big difference. All this extreme of you have to be scared or don't be scared. No, I respect Bayern, but I'm not afraid of them. Big difference. I can respect you. I know you're good, which means I have to come with a game plan. So all I'm saying is we're in a position where we can play every game with a solid game plan, knowing fully well that the people we're playing are also competing for the same thing that we're doing. They're not there to sell ice cream. You think Man City is there to sell popcorn and ice cream on the pitch? That's not what they came there to do.
I think if
They
we
came there
beat
to
Man
play.
City, I believe if we beat Man City, they're not going to mentally say they're out of the title race, but in the back of their mind, they're going to say to themselves,
So have
That
you
might
written?
be-
Have
that
you
might
written off
be-
Liverpool? Have you written off
that
Liverpool?
might be a nail in the coffin, right?
No,
Have
no.
you
I
written
think
off Liverpool?
I think Liverpool have the easiest run out of all of us.
Yeah,
They play
and on the same
Everton,
points as us.
Brighton, Sheffield. If they slip up, Liverpool, where will that come? They play Brighton.
I
at
tell you
home.
where. I tell you where. There's a place called Old Trafford.
Oh
have to
man,
come
they'll get their revenge. They'll get their
Yeah,
revenge.
yeah. That's what they. Bro,
Yo, Kaz,
no.
how do you feel about a guard of honor at Old Trafford?
What if Brighton is not
Arsenal.
up to the task? What if
Second
Brighton is not
last
up to
game
the
of the
task?
season.
No, I don't know
You
about
know,
that.
man.
I hope
You know?
everyone don't do nothing. No, bun it. No, I'd
Yeah,
rather-
what if Brighton is not up to the task that day? What if they just don't show up? because we keep saying they're going to play. Yes, all these games are
He's
tough.
back. He's back.
But you have to ask yourself,
back.
Bro, Liverpool
look,
don't lose at Anfield.
Have you lot decided
You wanna know the
put
honest
down some
truth?
pressure yet, or what? What we
Months.
doing?
Wait.
You want to know the honest truth? Liverpool
Months.
don't lose a home game from now until the end of the season.
No chance.
Arsenal don't lose a home game from now until the end of the season. City, that one game they could lose, which is a home game, is probably that Arsenal game.
All right, let me ask you something then. Let me ask actually an easy. If you beat City, are you the favourites? Yes or no? Just a yes or no. I don't want an explanation. I just want to hear yes or no from you lot.
If Liverpool win their game as well, no.
No, I don't give a damn. If you beat City, are you winning the league? Yes or no?
Yes,
I
believe we go on to win the league if we beat City.
Sorry, wrong question. I said, are you favourites?
I believe we go on to win the league.
Are you favourites?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
what I'm saying.
Daoud?
No.
You said Daryl? Are you favourites
No,
if you beat City?
we're not favorites if we beat City.
What the fuck are we doing here, man? Where's the expert?
No. Rephrase the question. If
Because-
we beat
because
City,
the
do
way
you
you-
believe we're going to win the league?
The way
No,
you
because
phrase, yeah.
there's no, you know what it is? I believe you are favourites because you don't, like you said to them, like you just been saying that you're the first time in whatever you've done a double over them. You went to Anfield, right, and you got a draw, right, and then when they come to the Emirates, I think you beat them. So you done a double, well, not a double, sorry, you beat them and got a thingy. You've already beat Man United and all this stuff. Tottenham,
We would have got 10 points in 4 games, Kaz.
the whole point. It's not the point. You definitely are favourites because you're the best team. You beat the best teams recently
Okay.
in Feb and then obviously March. Bro, I can't lie. You are favourites, and it's okay to be favourites. The whole point is even myself. I said, I want you to win the league. But one thing I don't like is little bitches. So in that note,
can I say this?
You are the best team.
I think they don't want to be
listen.
called favourites, so
No,
they
no,
don't
no,
want to
no.
be called bottle jobs. How about
That's
that?
not why.
think
I
you
don't
lot-
care. I don't
you lot
care.
want to be called
Favourites.
favourites.
Months. I don't care about the bottle job title. I don't care. You can call us bottle job. But one thing I will say right now, mark this: the league is going to end on the last game.
No, it's not.
Listen, no, Igal, I'm telling you, this league is going to be won on the last day, on the last game. This league is not going to be won on.
Let me give you another scenario. Then let me give you another
On or
scenario.
before that.
You beat City. You go 4 points cleared. That's probably enough. That's enough points. If you want to be winners, that's enough points. Yeah. Then let's say Liverpool slip up against Man United, loss or draw. I mean, it don't really matter. Are you favourites then?
If Liverpool lose to Man U at the time, that would be game one or draw.
You'd be two. I'll tell you about 2 points. 2 points.
Yeah, we're favorites then. I'd say we're favorites then. Then I can say we're favorites. But I can't say we're favorites because we beat City. Because right now we beat City. If Liverpool win their game, we're back on the same points. It's goals difference.
One thing I'm going to say, I don't give a damn what the haram bookies told me, bro.
I
don't give a damn. I don't give a damn if what they put you if they don't put your favorite. I put what I think. Yeah,
Look,
what I think. They're just there to draw you
in a race where you're running a marathon race with 2 other good marathon runners. You have to calculate when you pick up speed, when you rest a little, when you pick up speed, if you really want to win. If you go gun-ho and think that, look, all right, this is it, 9 more games, blaze in, let's go to Etihad, MTI.
Is that the mentality? Like knowing that you're favourites, knowing that you can go and get it done, knowing that you know that you're the best team.
If you told me that we're gonna go to Old Trafford and win, go to Etihad and win, and go White Hart Lane and win, them 3 are guaranteed. Yes, we're favourites. Them 3 games are the biggest games. Tottenham do not want us to win the league. Tottenham, Man United don't want us to win the league, and Man City obviously.
I can't lie. The way
best
Tottenham,
team in the Premier
I feel like you'd blitz them anyways. I'll be real. I think right now, as it stands, you blitz Tottenham, and I don't care what Tottenham fans know. They said the same thing last season. The whole point is, I do think you blitz them on just through momentum alone. That's just an opinion, not a fact, just an opinion.
Because if we beat City, we've made a statement.
What about Man City? Man City's got to go Tottenham. They ain't beat them in how many years?
True.
What about
Man City hasn't beat Tottenham as well. If we beat Man City, we've made a massive statement.
Liverpool got to go Aston Villa. We're forgetting that. No, I think you lot do as well. To be fair,
you know, I mean, we're gonna still play Aston Villa as well. So we're gonna play Tottenham. We're gonna play Man U. You know,
Oh yeah, Everton's got Liverpool. That's a sticky little game. I can't lie. It's a derby. It's a derby.
Everybody has something tough that they're going to face, which is why I said, for me, based on the calculations I've done, this is going to go down to the last game.
Have you asked Mons if Liverpool are the favourites?
Mons, are you the favourite? Because you have the same points with us. Forget the goal difference. You can We can lose to Man City and then you guys just win and you be above us. Are you favorites?
We were the favorites up until
No.
we drew with Man City.
No,
If
but
we
you
lose
have the same
against
points
City,
with
are you
us.
favourites? If we lose against
Huh?
City,
You have the same points with
What?
us right now. If we lose
What?
against City, are you the favorites?
Hold on, you asked me two different things.
If
One
we
at a time.
lose against City, are you the favorite? If
100%.
Arsenal loses against
If
City,
you lose and we win, of course we're the favorites. Of course.
okay.
so
There you
the
go.
favourites change every week then.
I said I said this at the start of the stream. I said there's swings and roundabouts because what's the word? Oh, it's gone out of my head now.
What momentum?
Because not even the momentum. Because I've run out. What's the word for it?
What for?
Because the margins are so small, like the margins are so fine. It's good. Like whoever's the favorite is pretty much it swings and roundabouts. It could be us one week, it could be Arsenal the next week, it could be City the week after. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I can't stand to hear all these positive stats in Arsenal's way, and I say them as well, by the way, because you have to give you guys your credit in the way you're playing. If
All right,
you can't
we'll
call
change the
yourself-
question then.
If you
Are you
can't
going to
call
win the league?
yourself the favorites at any point, then when can you, man? Like,
Okay,
just
I'll
Hold on.
ask-
So are we
We'll ask the
favorite?
question- we'll
Are
ask
we
the question
favorites?
then.
Now? Go on. Sorry.
Are you going to win the league? Mons,
I think we're in the league. Yeah.
you think you win the league?
I think we're in the league. Yeah.
Okay, that's all I want to
You
ask.
can't run away with that. Even before the Man United game, you
Mount.
screaming in quad.
Mont. So are we favorites now because we have a goal difference against you? Is that what you're saying?
Listen. I think it's because the margins are so fine. Like as I said, Liverpool when we were top by 1 point, as fine as the margins are, we're the favourites. We're not clear favourites because City and Arsenal are in this race. It is this close, but Liverpool are edging. We're the favourites, but not by much. We're the favourites. Like now, you guys are top. Like for me, you can't say we're top of the league and then not say we're favourites at the same time. For me, I feel like you have to stick with one or the other. Don't talk about or don't show up about being top of the league if you can't call yourself favourites. It's just a bit backwards to me. No other team in the traditional top six, maybe apart from Spurs, are going to be sit on both sides of the fence and have cheek blood on your buns or something because you can't make a decision. It's as simple as that, really. I think right now, you guys, even though it's fine margins and you guys are top on goal difference, you guys are ever so slightly the favourites right now. And it's okay to be the favourites. I just think you lot hate being called the favourites because you don't want to be called bottle jobs. That's kind of
No.
what
Because here's the thing. Like, see, so Mont, like I said, for me, the reason I'm not
Can't wait
calling
for
us
this game, man.
the reason I'm not calling us favorites, and I'm going to explain it again, simple terms, is the other two teams that are in that race have won it before us. We haven't won it in 20 years. So for me, saying we're favorites is, I would rather say we're back in the title race when we win it one time. Next season, if we're still in the running again, then we can start talking, oh, we're also favorites because there's something we can fall back on to point at. You guys can be called favorites because you've won it in the last 6 years. City can be called favorites because they've also won it. That's why they're called favorites for it, because they've done it before. I don't think you call somebody the favorites because they are the better team. You can say they're the team in form, they're the best team, and they're gunning to take it away from the favorites. The people who can generally win it is who we're trying to take it away from. That's my understanding of favorites.
So why was I the favourites last week? Before the City game, why was I?
You were top of the table.
because you've won it before. You're top of the table and you've done it before. You've done it before. So what are you talking about?
City have done it 4 times in the last 5 years.
Know,
so none of us can be favourites. None of us can be favourites.
No, but you've also
City have won it 4 times in the last 5 years. None of us can be favourites.
Bro,
None of us can be favourites.
Can we just be honest with ourselves? If we win against City with 9 games remaining, even if we're level on points with Liverpool, Arsenal should be the favourites going into that running. Because at that point,
performances alone as well, you're being absolutely
based on that alone, like
convinced.
I don't care what anybody says. If we beat City, we should be the favorites because Liverpool. I believe Liverpool and Arsenal will have to go neck to neck, and from there, I think we can do it. But if we beat City, we're gonna have what, a 5-point gap on City with. It's still a lot of games. Obviously, we've seen City come back from 6 points in 3 games remaining against Liverpool back in the day. So
it's going to be a 4 point. It's going to be a 4-point gap on City if we beat City. And
saying we're favorites is no different from saying we're in a better position than the other teams.
Yeah,
Egal. See, and I'll come back to this again. This is the first time that in a long time that we're seeing the 3-horse race that is this close.
But this
We've
is
seen.
all
Wait, no, hold on,
hypothetical,
hold on.
depending on
No,
one
hold
game.
on. We've seen three horse races, but not this close. Where it's 1 point between first, second, and third. If you've ever seen any season where you've had just 1 point between the first three, please tell me, because I haven't seen it in my lifetime. In my lifetime, this is the first time I'm seeing 1 point and goals difference between first, second, and third. So I'm saying it's a lot tighter. The margins are a lot finer than what you guys are thinking this is. This is not, oh, first has 2 points on second, and second has 2 points or 1 point on third. So there's a 3-point gap with 4 points. No, this is 1 point between the first, second, and third, and a goals difference. This is why I'm saying that regardless of who you think the favorite is, all three are favorites right now until the end of the season. As long as they all keep playing well and they keep winning the games, if we beat City, we can say we've moved City out of the box of favorites a little bit. So now it's Liverpool and Arsenal. Because if Liverpool wins their game, they're back on the same points with us. It's going to be goals difference between us and Liverpool if we win all our games to the end of the season. You know that.
Yeah. Quick one. AB15. How are they not phased if they beat City, your favorites? You also did that Dawood guy get over not having a parade last year. LOL. I mean,
that's why I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying favorites. I'm not saying we're gonna win the league until I see Martin Odegaard lifting that trophy at the Emirates Stadium. Okay. From now on, my mindset is it's not over until it's over. Man City, Liverpool, anything can happen. We can beat Man City and then we can get a couple of injuries and lose 2 games in a row, and then Liverpool, Man City are clear of us. So
we know the margins are fine. That's the thing that we've said. Like everyone knows, and like it can be literally Arsenal, City. No, it's literally almost 33% spread across in terms of likeliness to win the final. To win in terms of it literally
Arsenal is given 21% actually, according to every stats I've seen everywhere. So
Yeah,
sadly, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be, but it shouldn't be. But it is what it is. You know,
football's not played on paper. Arsenal right now. I just said like again in the same sentence of discussing everything in your favor. You just like for me, take a little bit of responsibility and admit when you are the favourites. You haven't been the favourites when Liverpool are top of the league. You are now top of the league. You said you're top of the league. Not all of you, but some of you celebrate that you're top of the league. Then act like it. Act like it.
We're top of the league right now. That's what we're acting like we're top of the league. You are asking me to say
you're not acting like you're top of the league. Of course you're not.
No, but you're asking me.
Listen to my point. If you're top of the league by just goal difference, then I shouldn't be hearing we're top of the league. We're top of the league. It's top of the league on goal difference. It means virtually nothing.
Listen.
I was told by doing the league we're top of the goal.
So let's do this. Let's do this. If the league ended today, literally like right now, boom. This was the last game of the league.
Right.
The rules of the game say the person with the higher goals difference, because we have the same point, is the winner. Which is why
then you are favourites. Hold on. You are favourites right now to win the league.
Can I finish? Which simply means that's why people are celebrating the top of the league. You asked that question. That's why I'm answering that question. But there's still 10 more games to play, and we know that football is not played on paper, as we've all agreed. Regardless of what bookies say or what anybody says, football is won in moments. And if you mess up in one game, it's over. So the bottom line is it's okay to celebrate being top of the league because you got to the top of the league. Does not necessarily mean because of the fine margins of this year. Necessarily, last year I could have said we were favorites because of the goals difference we had. I mean the points difference. I could have said that, but last year so now that there's a 3-horse race, you can't turn around and say, with 1 point between all 3 people that you are the favorites. It's all three. It could be anybody.
That's fine. It's not when it suits me. It's if we beat this Team FC now.
I guess Q. I've got Halo to watch and I'm hungry. Yeah.
Why are you hungry?
Because I've been fasting all day and I've had 1 meal.
All right, nice one.
Satisfied? No?
Yeah.
Mashallah.
Thank you. Yeah, come on, man.
Before you go, Kaz, who's your favourites to win the league?
Oh, Arsenal.
What's your ranking? Arsenal, Man City, Liverpool.
Right now, who the favourites? Oh no, the favourites are 100% Liverpool.
All right.
1,000,000% Liverpool. Just not fooling me, mate. You
easiest fixtures.
Yeah, exactly. They're easily favourites.
But you want to know something? There's nobody's drop off that I'm gonna love more than Liverpool's, because these guys have been chatting so much shit.
Yeah.
If Liverpool end the season with just the League Cup. If Liverpool end the season with just the League Cup.
I imagine, and like I said, if Man United somehow get a Champions League spot and the FA Cup, sticky conversations about Klopp era the same
Yeah.
Klopp era that lets Ollie and Ten Hag finish above him. Oh,
Imagine
man.
Arteta gets the same amount of Premier Leagues as Klopp.
It's a sticky error in it. It's just pet. You know what it is? It's just pet error. That's all it is.
One
Pep
thing I know is that if in some alternate universe, right, Arsenal wins a double this year, the internet will shatter. That the end. This is going to be the end
Bro,
of the
if we
internet
win the Champions League,
and the Premiership by some
delete every
in an alternate
application.
universe. In an alternate universe, let's just say, like, you know how Doctor Strange goes to a parallel universe. Some parallel universe we win.
I want to know what
and it
Dawood's
appears
video
here.
is gonna be because I know I'm doing a 7-day celebration stream.
I feel
7
bad
days,
for
only
them.
7 days.
Only 70 days
7 months.
till the league starts again. I'm doing the live stream. I'll eat, drink, brush my teeth on that live stream.
Anyways,
If we win it,
LJ
though.
versus Deo and Agal, this has to happen, please. No, that's just chaos. But yeah, so I smash the like button, people. You can find obviously everyone's respective stuff. If you want to find Dawood, it's Dawood. Just put it's in the front of his name on TikTok and whatnot.
Who's hold on? Sorry, who's this GM that you're so cringe? Your former roommate in college is cringe. Go and ask them. Your brain like that.
I don't know. I'm tired. I'm hungry, and I want to watch Halo. Please let me end the stream. And people will be back tomorrow night, if anything. So yeah, please smash that like button on the way out, and obviously check out these guys. Me and Monster streamed like 3 hours back to back, man. Like
Also, make sure you catch the overrated 11. That stream was fucking funny.
Oh, it's mental illness is out here, man. People don't even know the word. You know what? Some people don't know the definition of what overrated is, and it goes back to tribalism. It's true. If anyone's seen that new that skit of that guy when it comes to he's just jumped on a football podcast, that's it. That's it.
Bro, that was hilarious.
It's so true, man. Honestly, it's just that's what it is these days. Anyways,
There's no copyright on it. You want me to play it?
Nah, we're good, man. I want to go eat. Thanks. I appreciate it.